Cameras all good at the back yet? All good? Yep. So we've got Joe here, the England batsman. As most of you will be aware that there is a bug in the virus in the England camp, so that's why the England captain Ben Stokes can't be with us today. We're going to start with the UK media first, and then we'll open it up to everyone else. Sonia, would you like to go ahead?
Hi Joe.
Hi.
I suppose the obvious place to start is how is everyone, and can you give us some more details over what's happened over the last sort of 12 hours or so?
Yeah, there's going to have to be Marcus Jaskothic, Rob Key, Brendan McCullum. There's a new top three for tomorrow. No, there's, as far as I'm aware, there's obviously a few guys not feeling 100%, but I didn't feel great yesterday, and I've woke up a lot better today. So hopefully it's just a 24-hour virus, and I don't think it's like food poisoning or COVID or anything like that. I think it's just one of those things that we've unfortunately picked up as a group. We try to do absolutely everything right to make sure we're prepared really well for this game, and sometimes life throws these kind of things at you as a squad, and we've just got to see how we pull up tomorrow and do everything we can to be right and ready to go.
Are you expecting everyone to be ready and fit for tomorrow?
It's hard to say. I've not seen anyone this morning. Literally got straight on the bus, so the guys will do everything they can. Work really hard in that respect, so just have time will tell, I guess.
I suppose you're not necessarily the right person to ask, but do you know if anyone has been called up from the UK to come over or not?
I don't. I've stayed far away from that these days. Put that right behind me. Even though I'm having to do this now, this is where the book starts. I'm not doing anything else. So, yeah.
Dean, and then we'll go Lawrence.
How disconcerting is it, though, that so many people are struggling today? Issues, for example, in South Africa, which you've gone through. I mean, just how much of a disruption is it for a team so close to the start of a test match?
It's frustrating. I think today's generally an optional session anyway, so there's a few of the guys that wouldn't have come in anyway and that haven't, that are feeling fine. So, like I say, there's not really much you can do apart from just try and do everything you can to fuel, hydrate, do all the things away from the game that are going to serve you really well tonight in preparation for tomorrow. And that's all we can do now. Is where we're at as a team. Sometimes you just pick up a bug and a virus, and when you're all tight together in one hotel, it can spread around. And we've done everything we can to try and mitigate that. But just have to see how things go tonight and tomorrow.
I know most of you who train here have been named in the team, but for example, Keaton Jennings hasn't. Is it really important that he's kind of ready to go, just in case all those guys who weren't named could find themselves thrown in?
Yeah, I think it's the same for anyone that's not in that 11, is making sure that mentally they're prepared and ready to play. Even likes of Collie and Geezy have to be ready to play. But yeah, we'll see. It's part and parcel of being on a tour. Sometimes like these things get thrown at you as a squad, and that's why you have 16 guys here, is so that injuries and illness, you've got guys ready to go.
We'll go Lawrence, Ali, and then we'll open it up to the rest of the media stand with John here.
Hi Joe, just wondered whether any part of you has wondered whether you might be captaining England in Test cricket again?
No, I don't think so. No.
What happens if Ben doesn't make it?
I don't know, but I don't think so. We'll see.
Would you not be the stand-in?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Popey did it the other day. I think he did a great job, so we'll see. Hopefully that's not even a conversation that we need to entertain.
Ali, and then we'll go here at the front.
Hi Joe, sorry, just away from the bug. Ben Stokes named you as the second spinner in his team yesterday, placing you ahead of Liam.
About time.
Well, that was going to be my question. How do you view that challenge? What does that mean for you? How do things change for you in that respect?
Nothing really. I just go about my business as normal. Quite experienced now, even though I don't bowl a huge amount. I know roughly what I'm trying to do, and it's just about trying to execute it and help out the bowling group where I can. Try and look to take wickets when the time's right, and work in partnership with the guys at the other end.
From here?
Yes. Joe, this is Zaid Farooq Malik from the Bowl News. What is the latest situation in your team squad? Because you have already announced the team last day. Is there any possibility to change the team? And what about the pitch you have seen?
I think the pitch looks good from what I've seen. In terms of our squad, as far as I'm aware, it's the same team as has been announced. Just if there are any guys that aren't fit, then I'm sure there'll be a late decision made. But as far as I'm aware, it'll be exactly the same as has been told previously. But pitch looks good. Should be a great game. Expected a very exciting series. We'll look to keep the momentum that we gained throughout the summer and play in the manner that we've played over the last 6 or 7 games, and we expect a very strong Pakistan side at home to put in a really strong performance too. So it should be a ripper.
Go ahead, yeah.
Joe, despite the fact that England beat Pakistan in the final of the T20 World Cup, Pakistani fans still love English cricket team. Few words for the fans who are coming to see you guys playing in Rawalpindi tomorrow.
We're all really excited to get going. There is obviously frustrating. There's a few guys that are ill at the minute, but when it comes to tomorrow, and it's speaking to the guys that were here in the T20 series, the atmosphere within the stadiums was amazing. It was electric, and that's what you want. You want to turn up to grounds. You want to see the passion for the supporters everywhere around the world that you go, and it's great for us to be a part of a very historic tour, and against a very talented side as well. And hopefully both teams can put on a real good show for those 3 games and entertain what should be a very excitable and interested crowd. So yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to it.
Joe, there's been a remarkable transformation of the England team. So how important it is to win Test series in the subcontinent to achieve that goal of being a top team?
I think you've got to be consistent wherever you go in the world if you want to be the best team in the world. So of course you go into every series, every game, you expect yourselves to win, and you make sure that you do everything you can to do that. The one thing that this team will do is whatever the situation of the game, we'll look to go and win it. I think there's only 2 results possible when we play. If Pakistan are good enough to beat us and outplay us, then fair play to them. But we'll be certainly doing everything we can to go and win this series and win each game from whatever position we find ourselves in.
Go ahead, please.
Joe, my name is Zulfikar Beg, and my question is that, what is your game plan against Pakistan?
My personal game plan?
No, I'm asking about the whole team.
Smack it, score fast and take wickets. It's pretty simple.
Gentleman here in the front.
As Mohisha from the news, Root, how difficult it is to transform your game from the limited over white ball cricket to the serious cricket, Test cricket?
When you play in this team, you don't have to change much. I think, if anything, Ben from that World Cup final has to score a little bit quicker in Test cricket by his own standards. But no, I think more than anything, it's about picking the rhythm of the game. It's about understanding certain passages of play, knowing that there is time on your side if you need to use it, and understanding that it's okay sometimes to absorb a little bit of pressure. But the way that we've been looking to do it is try and put pressure back on opposition as often as possible, as quickly as we can, and really look to exploit any scoring opportunities when we bat, and same with the ball, be as aggressive as you can be. So sometimes you can overcomplicate things and try and do things completely differently across the formats. Sometimes that's not the right way to do it. Sometimes it's just keep things dead simple, keep the basics of the game at the front of your mind. Trust it.
One here, 2 at the back, and then we'll finish with Nick Holt.
Joy, how crucial do you think this Test series is in your journey of Test Championship, considering the fact that you have quite a tough schedule ahead of this series?
How what, sorry?
How crucial is this series, considering the fact in ICC Test Championship, considering the fact that you have quite a tough schedule ahead?
I think every Test series is crucial, whether it's in the Test Championship or not, especially now there's a lot of talk about where Test cricket currently is and compared to the other formats. Every opportunity you get to play, you should treasure it. You should make it as good as you possibly can do, and understand the responsibility you have to look after the format and make it as entertaining and enjoyable to watch as you possibly can. And everyone's view of that will be slightly different, but certainly from a playing perspective, the way that we've gone about it over the last 6 months has been the most fun I've had playing cricket for England in Test cricket. And this series and the next series, they're all opportunities for us to carry that forward, to try and take the game forward again, and I suppose for us to continue the trend that we've been on throughout the summer of improving and becoming harder and harder to play against.
Go ahead.
Hi, I am Shehzad Ali from Sama TV. Despite you bought your personal chef from UK, rather than your players are in fact from food poisoners, is it not better to utilize Pakistani cook?
The thing is, we've been trying to bring a chef away with us for a couple of years now. It's the first opportunity that we've had to do it with the only. You look at all the other international sporting teams around, especially in England, that even Premier League teams, Championship football teams, they all have their own chef. We feel like from a nutrition, from a performance side of things, we're trying to do everything we can to optimize ourselves and get ourselves in the right place to perform well. And it's unfortunate that we're in the situation we are, but we don't think it's food related. I don't think that there's any correlation between the two. And in fact, the chef himself, I don't think is very well. So I don't think it's the food at all.
Last question and move from there.
You are in the top in test squad, in test ranking. So how do you rate to Babar Azam as he's looking in top 5?
Yeah, I don't really look at the rankings too much. I just look around the world and look at what I think are brilliant players, and he's certainly one of them. I think he's consistent across the 3 formats. He's done extremely well in Test cricket for a number of years now around the world, not just in certain conditions. And then we're going to have to play very well to keep him quiet. He seems to, he's a little bit younger than myself and a few of the other guys, and I feel like the best is still to come for him, but we've got to make sure that the best isn't against us this next 3 games, and we've keep him quiet. But he's a hell of a player. He's great to watch, but hopefully we won't be watching too much these next 3 games.
Nick, last question, please.
Joe, you played in Centurion and Sydney, feeling really sick. I mean, what was that like, and what's the challenge, and how did you get through?
I don't wish it on anyone. It's horrible. You're running on and off the field all the time. But sometimes it's part and parcel of where you're at as a team. That was very unfortunate, as a number of us got ill during the Test match, not going into the game. But hopefully it's not something that we have to contend with. Hopefully everyone wakes up well tomorrow and we can crack on and enjoy what should be an exciting series and have cricket as a talking point, not anything else.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Tomorrow, feel well. Stay safe.